The climate crisis, who can figure out how to solve this? It seems intractable. None of this is true. It's lies.
Jason Hickel es antropólogo especializado en economía y una de las voces más respetadas del mundo en ecología política y postdesarrollo. Una de las ideas principales que expone, tanto él como muchas otras personas, es que todas las crisis que nos rodean actualmente tienen una misma causa: el capitalismo. Según Hickel, nunca podremos superar la pobreza o la crisis climática sin un cambio de modelo, transitando hacia otro donde los intereses económicos no se antepongan a los derechos humanos o la misma sostenibilidad del planeta. El propio sistema utiliza todos sus recursos para que la ciudadanía sienta que es más fácil imaginar el fin del mundo que el fin del capitalismo. Sin embargo, cada vez más voces nos indican que para salvar el mundo debemos acabar antes con el capitalismo.
The other thing I want to point out here is that we're in this incredible paradox, right, where the world economy, we know, is just massively productive. Think of the scale of the labor that humanity has at its disposal, the resources, the technology, the factories, the energy, the materials. Incredible amounts of production to the point of breaking past ecological limits. And yet, the vast majority of the human population lives in conditions of massive deprivation. 80% of the population can't meet basic needs. So what explains this incredible paradox? It's ultimately our system of production. The social and ecological crisis that we face, which appears unresolvable, is ultimately a symptom of our system of production, capitalism, where our productive capacities, our incredible productive capacities, are organized overwhelmingly around what is most profitable to capital and what can most facilitate accumulation in the core, rather than what is obviously necessary to meet human needs and achieve our ecological objectives. And so we're in this wild place where it's like, oh, solving poverty is just going to take generations, right? If we're lucky, we'll get people above $1.90 a day by the end of the century. The climate crisis, who can figure out how to solve this? It seems intractable. None of this is true. It's lies. These are problems that can be very easily solved and very quickly. The problem is that we don't have control over our own productive capacities because we don't have an economic democracy. Some of us live in political democracies where from time to time we get to elect government officials. But when it comes to the economic system, not even the pretense of democracy is allowed to exist. And that is ultimately the contradiction we face, I think, right? This is a crisis that at its root is about capitalism and can only be resolved by overcoming that fact. And the antidote to capitalism is economic democracy, that we should have collective democratic control over what we are producing, what the goals of our production are, who benefits from our production, and so on. And when we do, we can solve these problems quickly. We know exactly what to do. The problem is we don't have the power. And so I think that in the face of this crisis, we have to have clarity about what has to be achieved, and we have to start building the movements that are capable of achieving that.